Welcome to Calyx Services channel. I'm Thelma, and today it's my pleasure to bring you another in our Anthurium series. And in this one, I'll show you how you can expand your Anthurium collection without having to go to the garden center for any more plants. So please keep watching. And thanks for staying. Special welcome to our regular viewers, and for those of you who may be visiting us for the first time, special welcome also. And we hope that you will find the time to visit our channel and scroll through our more than 70 videos on topics, wide range of topics dealing with gardening in the tropics. And now it's time to get on with the task at hand, which is dividing up some anthuriums and transplanting them in new beds. So let's get going. These anthuriums were planted, some of them in pots, in this shady but rocky area of the garden about 12 months ago. They will provide the planting materials for our demonstration. First, we will remove the pots, then prepare the planting area. Then we'll divide the suckers from the mother plants and replant the segments, both the suckers and the mother plants, into the newly prepared beds. We will end with tips on how to maintain the young plants. And I wasn't kidding about the rocky nature of this site. Here are Don and Winston surveying what to do next. And the decision was that Winston would use a pickaxe to remove the larger stones and to make the mini furrows across the slope. Now, it's likely your site wouldn't have all of these rocks, so it would be much easier in your case. Now it's my turn to divide the mother plants and select the planting materials. This was demonstrated in another video, so I'll just go back over it very briefly. This anthurium definitely has a lot of suckers, and so it's a good source of planting materials for our bed expansion. Actually, its roots are quite root-bound and should have been taken out of the pot before now. I'm using a clean cutter, which I've sanitized with hydrogen peroxide, and I'll take off the larger suckers first. I'll also sanitize the suckers as I go along. It's very important to remove the suckers with at least 3 healthy roots attached. Once we separated the suckers from the mother plants, we set them 2 feet apart in the furrows. We've also mixed up the colors, so we would have a colorful array throughout the bed. And now comes the fun part. I've already placed a mixture of equal parts of gravel and compost in the furrows, and now I'll surround the roots with fairly large segments of coconut husk for support. I'm going to continue planting so you see how much fun I'm having, as well as to see that it really takes a little bit of effort to make sure that you position the plant and cushion them with the coconut husk so that they remain upright. A few handfuls of the compost gravel mixture helps to settle the plants in place. Essentially, what I'm doing here is creating a rooting zone that mimics the soilless environment in which anthuriums grow in their natural habitat. A little tidying up of the tops of the beds, and the job is done. And here they are. We have essentially tripled the area in anthuriums, and within 8 to 10 months or so, we should have sufficient cut flowers for the home and to share with friends. In terms of routine maintenance to make sure the young transplants are not stressed, We will make sure the beds do not dry out or become soggy. And to keep them supplied with sufficient nutrients, we will apply about half gallon of compost to each plant once a month. And depending on what the plants look like, we will apply slow release fertilizer every 2 months or so. We will also observe the plants closely, at least twice weekly, for any pest or disease problems that may show up. The more likely problems are going to be scale insects, especially in the area where the leaf stalks wrap around the stem, as well as scarring and spotting on the leaves, which are likely caused by thrips and spider mites, and of course those slugs and snails that chew holes in the leaves. But anthuriums that are healthy and growing well are usually not bothered by these problems. So the first lines of defense are proper growing medium and attention to soil moisture, nutrition, and bed sanitation. But if you have a problem and you wish to spray, scales and thrips as well as mites may be controlled with BioNeem or other similar products containing BT. Slugs may be removed physically, or in worst cases, you apply metaldehyde baits. There, that's it for this video. I hope you are convinced that you can use your mature anthurium plants as an excellent source of inexpensive, good quality planting materials. Just think what you can do with all those extra blooms. I want to thank Don and Winston for the heavy digging, and of course, you, our viewers, who, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe, those of you who have not yet subscribed. At this point, I'd like to advise our viewers that the Calyx team, which has been working very hard over the last 12 months, we've decided to take a 3-week break and be back with you in the last week of July. This will also give you a chance to go back through some of our videos and catch up on some of those that you may have missed. I am sitting here in my sister's garden, in Nina's and Everton's garden. It's a beautiful place. I plan to do some rest and relaxation here. So until the last week in July, this is Thelma saying take care and bye-bye.